What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. I left my apartments because of gang stalking and harassment, and that altered my life. The stalking that I've encountered at the past few places that I've tried to live at was really rough, and it altered me and it changed me as a person. I'm not the same person that I was before the stalking and before the harassment. Like I would walk up to people, I'd talk to people, I hold doors for people, I'd smile. I still smile, but like I was like a more outgoing person, and I still am. But now I'm just I only do it to the people that I want to do it to, or that I feel comfortable with. If I feel comfortable with talking to somebody or reaching out to somebody, I will. But the past few places that I lived at was just like constant, just gang stalking by like the people that lived there, the quote unquote tenants, the people that were in charge of the living arrangement. Like they were just watching me too closely, and that's all I knew it was. Before I knew it as gang stalking or anything, I knew I was just being watched too close. And I'm like, why? I would just constantly find myself just being made uncomfortable because everywhere I look, somebody would be watching me. I'm like, why are these people always watching me? And I would try to talk to parents, I would try to talk to family, I try to talk to people about it, and the people that I tried to talk to about it only ended up doing the same behavior, which was like even weirder, because I would try to talk to people and then they would just end up mimicking and doing that same, displaying that same behavior towards me, and then being like, what? And before I knew that was gaslighting, that's what people were doing. People would gaslight me about the behavior they were displaying towards me. And I didn't realize how this was having a negative effect on me, how I would feel going to work. Like I'm going to work with an attitude that I don't even know I have. I'm on edge, and I'm having an attitude and being upset, and I'm thinking that I'm thinking people are either really annoying or causing me problems, which I'm sure that was happening. But I have this extra edge, I have this extra stress on me that wouldn't normally have been bothering me if it wasn't for the people that had targeted me out. And I mean, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm going to work, and I didn't like going to work. And that's my personal business. So I didn't like going to work. That was my personal business. But now I realize why I didn't like going to work. I didn't like going to work because I was being mobbed at work and I'm being stalked outside of work. So I'm never getting a chance to rest. The people at the job are doing the same thing to me that the people where I'm trying to live at, are doing. I can't walk out of my room without people doing the same thing to me that they do to me at my job. So it's like this person that's going through all this can't find a moment of rest unless they have time to themselves. That's the only time that they feel that they can have peace. When they're out at the grocery store, they're triggered, they're on edge because they're around people, and people have been the cause and the root of their issues all week. And I understand that you can't blame other people for your problems, number one, and you can't blame people for how you feel, even if they are the cause of how you feel, because you have to control how you feel at the end of the day. But it still doesn't help when you have people purposely targeting you out, trying to make you feel that way. And I know the people watching this video can understand. If you can't understand, then this video is probably not meant for you. All right, and you're not gonna understand it. So I understand if you want to go, because this video is only for people who have been dealing with gang stalking and having themselves been targeted by people around them because those people have a problem with them, and they won't just be straight up about it with the person. And that's another thing that I always had an issue with. It's like, if you have a problem with me, let's talk about it. Let me know what's the issue. But they're immature, and the problem is deeper than just the surface level. It's deeper than them just talking it out. Okay, they have a deep rooted, deep seated hatred against you, and they can't come to terms with that. Maybe they think they're a good person. Maybe they think they're not a hater. Maybe they think they would never. That's why a lot of times when you see these people, they act like they don't see you, because they don't want to have to deal with those feelings that you give them, because they're a hater. But I would be going to work, and I would hate going to work, because I knew when I would get to the job, I knew I would have to experience people that would be trying to get in my way, people that would be trying to upset me and bother me and all these things. And before I really knew how to respond instead of react, I just get upset and get angry, because I honestly thought there was nothing I could do about it, because it was at work. I'm like, people are bothering me. I'm trying to keep my job. I was so focused on keeping my job, and that's another thing. I was so worried about losing my job that I was just on constant edge. I had too much stress, and I was just too stressed out to be working. Not saying that you shouldn't be working and stuff like that, but I was too stressed to be at work. I should have not. A person shouldn't be that stressed and try to go to work. That's what I'm saying. A person should figure out what's wrong with them, get rid of those stresses, and then go to work so they can have a successful time working for that company or at that job. That's what I'm saying. But I wasn't unable to do that. Now I see why I would always want to go from job to job to job, because before I knew, I'm thinking that I'm never going to see these types of people again. Let me just go to someplace different. And I'm trying to get help. I'm trying to get help from people and talk to people, and no one's giving me an answer. People are telling me that's just how it is. People are telling me that's just how work is. People are telling me I'm the problem, and that those are the only answers that I'm getting. The only answers that I'm getting. Drew, how come if you're going from place to place and you're having these issues, it's you're the problem? And that's the only answer that I ever got, was either I'm the problem or that's just how it is. I dealt with that. How do you think I felt? Those are the only answers that I got. And if you actually did deal with it, and you were actually successful at dealing with it, how come there's no answer on how, there's no explanation on that part? But that's neither here nor there. That's just because whoever you have that relationship with, you're a little different than them, and they're way way different than you. You guys are light and dark. Okay, that's why a lot of times you'll try to get explanations and answers from people, and they won't have them to give to you, because if they were to give you those explanations and those answers, it would set you above them, and you would unlock some things within yourself, which would give you more power over your life and the situations in your life, which would in turn give you power over dealing with them, and which would cut them off from having power in your life, because they wouldn't be as influential in your life because of the things you would know. And that would allow you to operate a whole lot differently in your life. It would allow you to have success. It would allow you to win. It would allow you to grow and get past certain things so you wouldn't be stuck. But certain people want you to be stuck. So it just takes you a little while longer, because you will eventually figure these things out on your own. All praise be to the Most High. All praise be to the Creator. All praise be to God. Thank you, universe. All right. Thank you, Jesus. Because your mind is eventually going to figure these things out, no matter who doesn't want you to know them. No matter who wants to hold you back, you're eventually going to figure these things out. All right. And eventually I figured certain things out. And I realized that I was only trying to protect myself. I can't be hard on myself or down on myself. But yeah, they just made it real difficult for me. When you're going through those types of things at work, and you're going through those types of things where you live, you just don't get any rest. And it puts a lot of pressure on you, because you're trying to do your job, you're trying to be a normal person, and when people are constantly picking at you and you don't know how to fix it, you don't know how to work on yourself, you don't know how to what to change or what to fix with you. You just know that people are out to get you, it seems like, and that's what it feels like. Then you're gonna be confused. You're gonna be in a state of confusion, and that's gonna make you mad because you're gonna want it to stop so bad, but you don't know how. And that's what it did. I was so confused and so angry and so upset that I would like curse at these people. I would be angry. I'd get upset, and I would almost get into fights and arguments with them because they wouldn't leave me the hell alone. And I wonder why it never. I would never get kicked out, and I would never get in, and nobody would ever get into any trouble. Nobody would ever get in any trouble. They never said anything about me being loud. They never said anything to me about cursing at these people because I was entertainment. I was supply. I was their entertainment and I was their supply because they were narcissists. Only narcissists are going to gang stalk you. Only evil demonic spirits are going to stalk a person. I would walk out of my room and these people would walk out of their room and walk in front of me as a form of harassment. I would explain these things to people and people would say, Drew, so what? But someone doing that over and over and over again, you're gonna push the person down the stairs. You're gonna push them out the way. I would, man, I would be ready to I would be so upset that sometimes I would have trash and I'm like, yo, let somebody walk up against me. I'm gonna put something in this trash bag that you gonna remember, that you'll never forget, and I'm gonna brush it up against you for trying to harass me and keep stalking me. It was that, like, the stairs were about the size of a door opening, and these people, I would walk down the stairs, they would be walking in the apartment, walking up the stairs. Hello, hi, how are you? And I'm like, why am I getting so upset at somebody saying hi to me? Why am I getting so upset at somebody saying hello to me? They were forcing themselves onto me. It's a forced hello. When people force themselves onto you, nobody's gonna like that, and they're conditioning you and they're programming you to accept abuse because they know you have to stay there. They know you don't have any place to go, and they know that other than them, you would have peace. But the thing is, because I was focused on myself and I wasn't there to play, I was there. I went to work every day. I never called out of work unless I was dealing with abuse from the employees, the other narcissistic employees. I wouldn't want to see them, so I would call out of work and just lay in my bed all day. Like that was my day off. So from them, it was a mental health day, if anything, and I just the people at that apartment complex just harassed me nonstop, and I hated it. I hated living there. I hated them, and I still feel a lot of that, and I gotta let a lot of that go. And it's good to talk about it because I still realize what I gotta let go. I gotta do some prayer. I gotta do some meditation when I go on my walks. I gotta remember these things. I gotta bless these people. I gotta let all that negativity go so I could grow and get some dough, because holding on to that is going to block my blessing. Holding on to that is going to attract more of that to me. Holding on to that is going to make more of that come into my life. So what I have to do is I have to forget that. I have to forgive myself for allowing that to bother me. I have to forgive myself for not being aware of that. I have to forgive myself for not praying more, praying for discernment. I have to forgive myself for not having enough money to have to stay at a place like that with those evil, twisted people, because it was in a low income poverty area, and is in the hood. And I'm thinking, like, usually just you just gotta deal with hood stuff, or just gotta deal with hood people, or you just gotta deal with your people, or you just gotta deal with yourself. But they made it so difficult for me to just live. I'm trying to go to the store. They know it's only about 4 or 5 places you could go to. I'm going to places, and the people I don't want to see are walking back as I'm coming. So I have to see you. I have to see the people I don't like when I'm trying to buy my little groceries. I have to see the people I don't like when I'm just trying to go to the store. I have to see the people I don't like when I'm trying to walk up the stairs to go to my room. I have to see the people I don't like when I'm trying to leave. And it's different. I knew that it was different than just a normal walking past the person, because chosen ones, we have intuition and we can feel energy, and we know when people are being weird and when people are being normal. We know when normal behavior is taking place, and we know when not normal behavior is taking place. And when anybody tries to make you think anything otherwise, they're gaslighting you, because you know and they know that they're acting in a non-loving, non godly, non-good way. They know that they're acting in a way to stress you, to vex you, to harass you. They know that's what they're doing. I'd leave my room and I'd go down the stairs, and they'd be coming up the stairs so fast I'd have to stop walking. Like they were timing out my movements, and they knew when I was doing this and doing that, and it made it so hard for me to stay there that I just ended up leaving. And that's why if you watch some of my other videos, I was down south. I left and I ended up in Atlanta, and then I went from Atlanta to Alabama, and then I ended up in Florida, because I just didn't want to be around that type of behavior. But the one thing I realized is that it's all about you. You have to learn how to deal with yourself, because wherever you go, everywhere I went, the same type of people were there. And a part of that had to do with, like I said, I have to deal with certain things. I have to see how I feel about these things. If there's still some resentment, if there's still some anger, if there's still some hatred, if I can't wish these people the best, if I can't say, you know what, God bless them, I hope they have a good day, it's all good. I forgive myself, and if I can't forgive myself about the situation, then it's still some work I have to do on me, so that way I can feel better, that way I can have better, that way I can do better, and that way I can be better, because that's going to help you heal. That's all about your healing process. It has nothing to do with them. It's all about you. All right, so and did this happen at more than one place? This happened at the, like, all these little small places like that. It just seems like there are people, and it won't be you and your thinking a lot of times, but sometimes I say it's 50-50, because there's, no matter what you think, there still are terrible people out in the world. But you're, like I always say, your thinking plays a huge part in your interaction with them. I will say that. All right. So this has happened to me at more than one place, at more than one job. It's made me feel uncomfortable. But learning more about myself and learning more about my mind, I'm getting better. I just see that there's life hacks, and there's ways around it. Like, and as, like, for right now, that's why I'm going for security jobs. I need a security job by myself, and I'm getting one of those. And also I'm working towards other streams of income, so that way I could have businesses, and that way I can have other streams of income. I can make money without having to punch a clock. I can wake up and I can determine how much money I make today, because I got a product. So I'm working on developing some products. I'm doing my research, and I'm going to have some products coming soon. They're going to be some really good, wonderful products, amazing products, and people are going to be able to benefit off of them and use them, and they're going to make you feel really good. All right, and I can't wait to display those to you guys as well. I got some good ideas coming. All right, all praise and glory to God. So these people can't stop you. There's always ways around. And that's why I always say, ask God for money making ideas, because things will pop in your head that will be easy for you to do, that will help other people as well as help you. And you'll be able to help other people. They'll be able to enjoy your product, and you'll be able to enjoy the fruits from that product. All right. So it's not easy dealing with stuff like this. And like moving around, I looked it up. Like, it's normal for people that go through these things to want to move around. So there's nothing wrong with you because you're moving around. You're not scared. You're not in fear. All you're doing is you're looking for peace. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find that within. It's not going to be on the outside. It's an inside job. And you can find peace. Just keep working on yourself. Keep praying to God, and God will guide you, and God will keep showing you what you need to know, what you need to do. And he'll also show you where you need to go and guide you, so that way you could be on the right page. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing some love in the comments. And thank you for hitting the like button. And everybody stay encouraged. Everybody stay prayed up. And as you can see, DruTube's still here. I've been through all that and I'm still here. But most and foremost, Jesus went through all that before us, and he was able to still be here. And he even up until he went on the cross, he still didn't allow them to get to him, because he went into God. He was talking to God. God was guiding him throughout the whole entire process. All right, Jesus already went through it. He went through it to the extreme. Luckily, we don't have to go through it as much as he did to that extreme, but that is to show you that we can go through anything and overcome it, and we'll be all right as well. I want to thank you. Like I said, I want to thank you for checking out this video. Somebody, he already went through it before we did. All right, so you'll be fine. And like I said, I'm still here. So I want to thank you for watching this video. I'll see everybody in the next video. DruuTube out. Love y'all.